for the best interest of our community and our country. I'm here today to convey the greetings and the salam of every Muslim that I have met, and I shared the wonderful relationship that I have experienced with all of you, especially with your leadership, Imam Deen Mohammed II and his imams. I was very, very honored and pleased to know them, to work with them over the past few months and years, and it was a wonderful experience. There are many things to talk about, but as I look at the crowd, and I look at myself, something we have heard over the years of Al-Ansar and Muhajirin, right? But I can't see it any more relevant as I look at the crowd, and takes me back to what Ansar meant. When the Prophet ﷺ was under the pressure of Quraysh to silence the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he was cornered in what is called Sha'b ibn Abi Talib, a place on the outskirts of Mecca, deserted. They were all collected, something like what they call it concentration camp, if you will, of today's terminology. A group of sincere believers came to the Prophet and they told him, "O Prophet, we will give you al-Nusra. We will give you al-Nusra, the support and the accommodation and the protection and our allegiance, that we will be with you anywhere you go, and we want you to come to Medina. If your people deserted you and treated you this way, you have brothers and sisters who believe in you and your message and willing to give you Al-Medina home. And we give you Al-Nusra." And that's where Al-Ansar came from. In the United States, you brothers and sisters chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just like Al-Ansar, to answer the call of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and to give the Nusra for His Deen in America. You have taken this honor in day one to have residence and home for Allah and His message and His messenger in this country through your work and your faith and your dedication. We al-Muhajirin, now I can see the relevance. We al-Muhajirin owe it, like the first Muhajirin, to the Ansar, for being able to come here, live here, enjoy their deen, excel in their life, and enjoy whatever is here. We could not have done this. We could not have enjoyed this without your sacrifice, with your dedication, with the preservation that you have made. That's only on the Muslim side. And you can imagine on every civil liberty and civil rights that anyone could enjoy today without the sacrifices of the African American across the world. With your struggles, you have defined the true meaning of what civil rights and civil liberties mean for a human being, and you have dignified that definition through your effort and through your sacrifices. So we owe it to you. Coming back to the theme of your convention, one nation, one human family. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, إِنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةٌ وَاحِدَةٌ وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَاعْبُدُونِ. This is your nation is one, and I am your Lord, so worship. Interesting enough, this verse is in a chapter called the Prophets in Surah Al-Anbiya. In Surah Al-Anbiya, in this chapter of the Prophets, it talks about all the prophets. Sayyidina Ibrahim, Moses, Jesus, Noah, Isaac, Joseph, all the prophets. And this verse is in this surah, in this chapter. So he's telling us, we're all one ummah. Whatever religion they want to give a name to it, a Christian, a Jew, we're all one ummah, come from the same source. And our father Abraham, alayhi salam, he's the one who called us Muslims. We have submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, there is a meaning to this verse when it is within the context of the chapter, Al-Anbiya, so that we know what our role is in translating this one ummah to reality. So Muslims, we do care about one ummah, regardless you are Muslim or non-Muslim. Because we know the root of this. So we have an obligation and we have a role, a very noble role to play, combined with the destiny that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made for us to come to this country. There are millions of Africans, they're still in Africa. Yes. There are millions of Muslims in the Middle East and other places. Some of them are eager, dying to come. But we are the only ones who have been chosen to come here. So we have a mission and we have a role and we have an obligation. And inshallah, together as one ummah, one human family, we are going to fulfill our obligations. Now we have challenges. It's not going to come easy. It's not meant to be easy. You want Jannah, you're going to pay for it. Anything you want, you're going to pay for it. And the Jannah has a price. And Allah made a wonderful price that you can enjoy in this life while you are looking forward to the Jannah. The challenge and the price that we have to pay is that we have to truly come to understanding of what unity of the ummah is. And we have to translate the intentions into true and practical actions. And we have to show it that we are together. And that means we have to have a lot of sacrifice and self-denial to come together. And we know our best interest and our power is with our unity. And we have to really do this. And we are at the test now. Yes, unity is going to give us the power, the numbers. And numbers without economic power is really a mere numbers. Especially on a time and a life and a society